Hi Cancer, welcome back to the Astrology 33 channel. This is your October 2023 tarot reading. Thank you to those of you who liked, viewed, shared, and subscribed to the channel. I appreciate all of that. For those of you new to the channel, as far as what we have in front of us, take out the cross spread as always, and also pull the 4 agreements, wisdom, the oracle, and Mudra card for you guys. We're actually going to start the reading off by rolling those astrology dice we have in front of us to get an idea of where your focus should be as far as that goes. Alright, so we get Libra, and for you guys that's 4th house energy, and 4th house relates to home, roots, and mother. And we're going to be in Libra season for the first few weeks of October, so it makes sense to see that come up. There's going to be a new moon eclipse in Libra around the middle of October as well, and I will have Mercury in Libra for I think the last 3 weeks of October, and Mars will be moving out of there around the middle of the month. Right, we have 12th house energy for you guys is Gemini. Astrologically speaking, that's pretty quiet right now, but 12th house in general points to spirituality, blind spots, and mental health. And we have the South Node, so more Libra energy there. So definitely a lot of 4th house energy playing out for you guys this month. But with that out of the way, we'll get started with the main spread. In the main situation position, we have the Sun, and challenging that, we have the 4 of Swords. So the Sun could point to vitality, just feeling a light and playful energy. And to see this coming up in the challenge position, to me, says that for most of you, you're probably not feeling this energy just yet. And what it could be saying, seeing this in the challenge position, could just be saying that the key to you getting to feeling that way is to step away and take a bit of a break and just relax. And interesting that this is a Libra card here as well. And we saw the Libra energy come out in your dice. So it could just really be calling on you this Libra season to step away and take a little bit of a break. I think that actually might have even been the title for your reading last month, if I'm not mistaken. In the foundation position, we have the King of Wands. So yeah, this could just be saying that maybe you've been taking on a lot of responsibility lately, taking on more of a leadership role, and really focusing on your finances as well. Maybe some of you might have even taken on a managerial position at your place of work, things along those lines there. But yeah, it looks like that could be pointing to why you might need to take a bit of a step back. All right. Past position, we have the King of Cups. So this could just be saying that for a while you might have really aspired to reach that level, right? So maybe that's part of what fuels you feeling like you can't take a break from that, right? You're like, okay, I worked so hard to get here, I'm not going to stop now, right? So it could just be one of those things where you're thinking about how at one point that was something you wanted very badly, and now that you have it, you feel like you're obligated to constantly work at it. Okay, in the present position, we have the Tower. So, the first thing that comes to mind seeing this is that we will have a full moon in Aries coming up before we officially get into October. And I've already seen the Tower popping up for a few other signs as well, so it could just be one of those things. Saying that the energy is going to be a bit volatile for a lot of people, and then, of course, as we move through October itself, we'll be in eclipse season too, so could just be pointing to some of those things there. But yeah, more than anything, I would say if you know deep down that you've been really working hard at something, but you feel like your energy is getting low, then maybe that could be calling out to that, saying that, just really pace yourselves, or you could find yourselves just reaching a point of burnout and being out of commission for a few days. And then I would say, on the flip side of that, for a much smaller percentage of you, if you know deep down that you haven't been really putting a lot of energy toward work at all, and you've been slacking a little bit, then I could just be saying that, you might have a deep awareness of falling behind in that regard. All right, and in the near future position, we have the 9 of Swords. So this is 12th house energy, and we saw that come up in your dice as well. And this really would say to me that that's part of it, right? So even if you do step away from the work, the challenge could be for you to disconnect your mind from it, right? So where you say, okay, sure, I'll physically leave the building or physically turn off my work computer if you work from home, right, and not touch it for a few days, but then I'm constantly thinking about it, right? So it could just be one of those things where you're having a little bit of a difficulty disconnecting from the situation, possibly because you've just been so wrapped up in finances. But yeah, that's what I see with that. All right, in the position of your influence in the situation, we have the Two of Swords. So this could just be saying that possibly for some of you, this is what's throwing you out of balance too, right? Where your natural energy is water. So we see the water there. The moon is another indicator that points to water energy emotions. And we see the back turn to that, right? So it could just be saying that maybe you've been operating out of your element for a while now, feeling like you have to, right? But it's also detaching you from yourself and your natural disposition. So that could be why you're feeling a little bit out of whack energetically. All right. In the environment position, we have the Eight of Pentacles. So, I mean, this could just be saying that, yeah, in the environment around you, there's just constantly work to be done, right? So you feel like, well, there's always something for me to do. Even if I step away for a couple of days, I come back, there's going to be more to do, right? So it could just be one of those things where that's part of what making you feel like, oh, I'm not really going to even bother stepping behind, stepping away rather, because then I'm just going to fall behind on my work. So that could just be the environment you feel like you're in right now. Now, the one positive here is I will say this look like at least you probably have at least a certain level of connection to the work that you don't dread doing it necessarily, but I still feel like this is saying that, if you're feeling your energy get low, you might really have to step away before it just balloons into a bigger issue. Okay, in the hopes or fears position, we have the star. So this could just be more of a hope for you guys where like, okay, hopefully the work I am doing is the right path for me, right? Hopefully I'm not being led down the wrong path. I really feel this dedication, this obligation to this work because it really is meant to be the work that I'm doing, which for the most part I feel like it is from what I'm seeing. Like I said, I feel like it's just more of a bit of a warning to say that, hey, if your energy's getting low, take that as a sign. Trust that. Step away for a little bit. When you get back to it, you'll be in a better flow and catch up a lot more quickly than you think. Okay, in the outcome position, we have the Nine of Wands. So yeah, this is just an energy that points to you feeling burned out, like, okay, you feel like, again, like I said, you feel like, okay, even if I were to step away from the work's not going to stop, right? So all that's going to mean is when I come back to the work, there's going to be more to be done, right? But I feel like this is saying that you really can count on taking a little bit of time away when you get back. Yes, there will be more work, but cost benefit analysis of being re energized versus your energy just getting lower and lower and lower with the work constantly coming in. It's just saying that it might not seem like it on the surface when you're in the middle of all the work, but I feel like this is saying, taking a step back for a bit could really help. All right, and bottom of the deck, we have the Six of Swords, so Aquarius energy here. And yeah, again, like I said, could just be another indicator that could be really helpful. And to me, this usually looks like more of a minor journey too, right? So it could just be one of those things where you might even find a way to compromise with yourself to say, okay, I'm not going to take like a 2 week long vacation, but what if I just do a 4 day weekend and go somewhere somewhat close by, but still far enough out of my regular environment that it'll allow me to hit the reset button. Moving on to your Four Agreements card, we have Always Do Your Best, and it says take action without expecting a reward. Okay, it says do your best and take the action because you love it, not because you expect a reward. When you take action without expecting a reward, you enjoy every action, and you can even receive greater rewards than you imagined. So interesting message there, not exactly the same on what I was picking up on here, but in a way, as far as it says, when you're doing something because you enjoy it, then you might actually end up with greater rewards than you expect. I feel like that's more along the lines of at least where I was saying, as far as if you're just reaching this point of burnout, yeah, you'll be there, you'll be present at your job, but then you're getting less done because you're reaching a point of burnout. Whereas if you do step away for a little bit, come back refreshed, it'll feel easier to take on that work, you know. For your Wisdom Oracle card, we have Co-Create. There's the artwork, and the number is 40. All right, essential meanings says creativity, art, inspiration, fruition, manifestation. The Oracle's message: you may not consider yourself a creative person, but in fact you are creating a reality every moment of every day via your thoughts, feelings, beliefs, intentions, and actions. Yet you must consider that you do so in partnership with spirit, consciousness, God, or whatever you call your higher power. You are a spark of this intelligence that works through you, nudging you with inspired thought and intuitive guidance. You are a paintbrush that co-creates a beautiful, unique expression of your own individuality blended with universal spirit. You are a product of divine inspiration, and now you're aligned with it to create miracles. When you view your life as art and know you co-created, only beauty and grace result. Prepare to be amazed. So definitely a positive message there. And your relationship message says connections at the heart serve to inspire you, opening you up to new ideas you never would have come to on your own. You are looking in the mirror held up by this experience and seeing yourself in an unexpected way. Who is this extraordinary being looking back at you? You are going to be so happy that you kept your heart open. Your love is a unique work of art now, the very embodiment of beauty. So again, definitely a positive message there as well. Now, I will say, just looking at this spread, this really seemed to be heavily focused on more of a work thing than romance, but hopefully that resonated with you guys either way. And the prosperity message says, flashes of inspiration give rise to great success when you receive this message. You are at your most creative now, and whatever you apply yourself to will lead to the fruition of your dreams. Remember that all your ideas are channeled from a higher source. You create your reality in partnership with spirit. The potential for manifestation is unlimited now. Revel in its vastness. So yeah, once again, definitely a positive message there. And all of those seem to be indicators to me that, like I said, that tower moment I feel is more of a warning thing to say that, just watch out for overdoing it and causing an imbalance in a certain way. But moving on to your Mudra card. This is your Mudra here. It's the Matsya Mudra. The keyword for it is integration. Alright, and there's the info on it if you want to pause it or take a screenshot to read what it has to say. But under benefits, it says activates the body's self-healing potential, increases suppleness, improves concentration, generates feelings of devotion and compassion. So if that sounds like a Mudra thing be beneficial for you guys, I'll put the name in the description of the video. As always, we'll wrap up there, and I'll see you guys next month. Alright, bye.